soup stream night. It is good soup stream night. Good soup. Talking about the good soup. Good soup. Melanie, would you like to be in the stream? What? Do you want to be in the live stream? Is that a yes? Okay, if I just play my game. You're just going to play your game? I suppose it's alright. I suppose. That's okay. It's alright. Build your bridges. It's fine. Alright. Alright. What's going on, guys? What up? Bag. Jack, what's going on? Joe, your girlfriend's boyfriend, dude. Kills me every time. What up, dude? Brian, yo, Fox, good soup. Has anyone else, like, I get, like, bored at, like, 3 a.m. waiting for videos to upload. Did someone say soup? And I've been on this, like, tangent of these good soup TikToks, and they've been killing me. Like, straight up killing me. Good soup. Good soup. I saw this one where it was like this dude working on his car. He goes under his car and he's like spraying WD-40 up there. And I'm sure it's all happened to us and all just like comes back in our face. He's just like, it was good soup. It was good soup. What's going on, guys? What's poppin'? Someone say soup? I'm volunteering for Boxer Fest pre and during. Ooh, nice. That sounds fun. What up, man? Glad streams are back. They are back. I told you they'd come back. You guys had to give me a little while. Finally, gotta join the stream. David, my friend, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Thought it was gonna be Fridays. You know, I've got a little bit of time tonight, so we're gonna do a Tuesday and a Friday this week. All right, at minimum, it's going to be one per week. But if I can do two, we're doing two. We're doing at minimum like two. At minimum one. Soup. I don't know. I'm just all over the place with the soup thing now. I'll take the extra day though. See, that's what I'm saying. Evening, Tanner. What up, Joey? What up, dude? That's some good soup. Good soup. That's what I'm saying. Perfect timing. I just got stuck watching a bunch of TikToks and could not stop watching. Don't go down the soup TikTok hole. I was doing that. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. You can spend hours in there. Oh, me, what's up, dude? Noah, what's going on, man? By the way, I sent a message on Instagram. I will have to take a look. I have been, like, super busy all day. All day. So, I mean, I'm going to try to get through them tonight. I'm not editing tonight because I didn't shoot a video today because that's going to be happening tomorrow. So, I got some time. I got a little bit of time tonight. Where did I just go? Perfect timing. Whoop. Yep. We did that. How am I? Cody. I'm great, man. A little busy. But I'm doing good. Doing good. Damo, what up, dude? What up, man? She on that Facebook farm simulator. No, she downloaded this, like, bridge building. Mel, what's the name of the game that you got? Mini Motorways. It's called Mini Motorways. It's this weird game where you gotta like build these roads and whatnot, and all these cars have to. It's weird. It's a weird game. It looks fun though. It looks fun for like $10. Not bad. Is that a soup? Oh, that's a good one, Jack. Jack, that's good. Building a 2015 WRX right now, stage 2.5 IAG block. Very nice. Very nice. Sounds like the thing will make some good power. Well, it'll hold some good power. How much power are you shooting for in that thing? What exactly does the secondary air pump do, and is the removal kit worth it? Chicken soup in Jamaica is the best. Yeah, so removing the secondary air system, what it does, so the secondary air system in the car is mainly for emissions. So what it does is it pumps air into the system to help regulate, to keep emissions down a little bit. I do think it's worth, let me say this very carefully. If you are in an area that does not regulate emissions, or they don't care about emissions, then yes, I do think it's worth it. I do not suggest you take off the secondary air pump system if you are in an area where it's going to cause you to fail your inspection, and then you can't register your car because you're obviously going to need to be able to do that. So if you're or if it's like a 100% dedicated track car, by all means take it off. We don't have emissions up here in Washington State, so it's kind of like free game. Everyone just kind of like goes all over the place. But yeah, if you're in an area that doesn't really care about emissions, by all means, get rid of it. Sup, Tanner! Check my TikTok out, Drew Baru. Drew, I think I've like stumbled across it a couple times. Watching live streams on phone and vid on TV from earlier. Ooh, all the devices. All of them! Fox, what up, dude? Oh, I've been playing the hell out of Mini Motorways and Mini Metro. Mel, Fox has also been playing Mini Motorways. You're not alone. Cody, appreciate the dono, dude. Game is just as dangerous as TikTok. See, I was watching her play the tutorial earlier. Now I want to play it. Huh? I know. It's a dangerous thing when you start going down the rat. Have you seen the soup memes? No. Oh my god. I want to show you guys these because I've been like spending way too much time on these soup guys right here. These stupid... They're so dumb. They're so dumb, but they're so funny. Good soup. Good soup. Good soup. I don't know why I've been spending so much time on these, but they've been killing me. Good soup. It's good soup. Good soup. I don't even know where this is from. Does anybody know where this meme comes from? This good soup thing? Me after eating 12-pack of ramen this weekend. Good soup. Good soup. I don't even know where it's from. But I've been spending way too much time watching these things. If anybody knows where that meme came from, please let me know. Smedia, how the frick are you? Bortforts, what up, dude? Getting a new to me car that's not a Subaru. What are you getting, Bortforts? What's up, dude? And Rent, live stream. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Steamy Steam. Let's go. Steamy Steam. Let's go. Let's go. Soup. Hey, getting me through the end of my work shift. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Kyle. What's going on at work, man? What's poppin'? Anything exciting? Anything exciting or dangerous or fun? Anything? Just finished watching the engine build video. Hey, that's what I'm saying. It's a good video. It's a good video. It's not like a 100% like this is gonna get you through an engine build, but it gives some good insight from what I was doing. Hey, welcome to the membership program, 1800. What's going on, dude? TikTok is it is a dangerous app. I will agree with you there. I'll just bow down to knife wielding media. No, you don't gotta do that. We normal. Cody, I know the pain. Not much. Just found out I'll be able to get an STI in 4 to 6 weeks. Nice. That's actually not that long. 4 to 6 weeks goes by like in the blink of an eye when you're like super busy all the time. It's a good thing. That's funny. That's funny right there. Where did I just go over here? I just got distracted. I love the build. Hey, thank you. Appreciate the support, man. J-Man, yo, what's up? Not gonna skip you, man. Not much. Car about to be ready for the shop, finally. And got some TN springs and new wheels coming. What'd you get, Joey? What wheels you get? What wheels? Any good, exciting wheels? Any fun wheels? I've been having a problem spending hours on Facebook Marketplace. Ooh, I was doing that also yesterday. I was looking around on Facebook Marketplace the past 2 or 3 days for the next build. Nothing's really jumped out at me quite yet. I've looked at a couple of them. I've also been looking at some bikes. I don't know why. I don't even have a motorcycle license. I should not be looking at bikes, but I was looking at bikes too. I mean, there's not a lot of good deals out there right now. I was looking at 240s. People want way too much money for 240s. Like a Beat S13 shell with like 250,000 miles on it. And every panel like mismatched. Dude wanted like 9K. I'm like, you're smoking crack. I was like, I'll give you like 3K today. He was like, no. I was like, all right, man. All right, enjoy your soup box. Your soup box. Septanner, been gone for a bit. Butterfly, my friend. What's going on, dude? But no longer have terrible hours, so should be back. Well, welcome back, dude. Welcome back. I got 2 a.m. meeting, but I saw the live stream pop up, so I had to tune in. A 2 a.m. meeting? What kind of meeting is happening at 2 a.m.? What kind of meeting are you going to at 2 a.m.? I'm so curious. Motorboat. Hey man, can't wait for you to link up with Bader. I was talking to Bader 2 or 3 days ago. I was talking to him a couple days ago. SimCity 2000 was my jam. Dude, SimCity is also a dangerous game. I've spent hours in SimCity and I've gone down the rabbit hole of SimCity too. And The Sims. All my Sims always die though. California. Dude, it's so, like, I don't understand. Here's my thing. There are so many automotive YouTubers or just automotive people in California. How is that a thing? How do you modify your car and just not get demolished with just car modifications down there and having to get like state refed tickets out the pooper? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, California's like a nice scenic place, but for like a car person, no, at least for me, no. Something for like 400, 450. Porting the heads is too much money. Yeah, I mean, you could... you don't really need head porting unless you're really trying to push the envelope on it. There's a lot of good places out there that offer some fairly affordable porting. I think Outfront did the porting... Outfront did do the porting on our heads for the EG. I think it was like $1,000 for their race port or something like that. I'd have to look at the invoice from Outfront, but I mean, it was relatively affordable. It wasn't terrible. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start a YouTube channel but has never done one? Just do it. Just like get up there and do it. Like when I decided to start making videos, I went to Best Buy. I bought like a Canon M50. If you go back far enough on the channel, you'll find the first video I uploaded that was actually like channel related. I had some of my old headlight stuff uploaded on there from when I was building headlights years ago. But you'll see just how bad it is. Like, you just got to get up there and do it. Like, a lot of people are like, well, I shot a video, I went to go edit it, I hated it, and never uploaded it. Upload it. That's how you get feedback and like criticism to like better yourself and the videos, because people are going to tell you, be like, hey, this aspect of it was good, this aspect of it was terrible. Like, I'm always open to constructive criticism as long as it's constructive. Honestly, I say just get in front of a camera and do it. Like, it's hard. It's still weird to talk to a camera all the time, like walking around the garage or walking around in public. I mean, you're holding up this giant camera, and of course everyone's going to look at you because it's like, hey, everyone knows what that guy's doing. It's weird. It never stops being weird. But my best advice is just like get in front of it and do it. Does a master cylinder brace make a difference for clutch engagement? No, I haven't ever noticed a difference in clutch engagement from a master cylinder brace, only a difference in brake pedal feel. Since both brake, it does, logically that makes sense, yes, but I can't say I've ever felt a difference in clutch pedal feel from a master cylinder brace. I feel like that I have no purpose in life right now, that I have no parts to install my WRX. Damo, welcome to the party. That's how I always feel whenever I'm waiting for UPS or FedEx or USPS to drop off my parts. I'm like, I have no purpose in life. I gotta wait. I just gotta wait for everything. What else? What Damo? What else you got coming, man? I just posted a TikTok of me breaking open a cider bottle, like breaking it open. No wonder Tanner is up at 3 a.m. uploading videos. He gets distracted. Dude, it's dangerous. The soup things, man. The soup. It's always the soup videos. 2 hours later after watching... Accurate. Do not have... emissions in Ohio, I'm guessing. Also, I have a 2011 WRX catless downpipe, stock turbo, Cobb air intake, Cobb 3-port boost controller, and Pro Tune on 18 psi. Hits 19 psi. Sometimes is that all right? If your internal wastegate, that's going to be anticipated. Your catless on an internal wastegate setup, I would suggest either getting a catted downpipe or going external wastegate. The main thing with boost creep like that is if you're tuned to 18 psi and you start to go past the threshold of 18 psi, 19, 20 psi when you're over boosting, what's going to happen is you're going to have bad fueling past that 18 psi point. It's going to start running a little bit lean because the car says, hey, we were told to inject this much fuel, but we're getting this much air, so you're going to start running lean, which can cause detonation events, and that's when things can get a little bit dangerous. Granted, that's only going to happen when you are going watt, and it's really only going to be primarily an issue in cooler and colder weather, especially going into like fall and winter time. It's going to get a little bit more sketch. As long as you're not going 100% throttle 100% of the time and you're not hitting that 18 psi point consistently, I wouldn't stress it too much. But the smarter thing to do there would either be go catted or go from an internal wastegate out to an external wastegate. Especially if you have no emissions, go to external wastegate. Get better boost control. Karma is no Carmageddon. Karma throws fits all the time. I got the fancy billet fitting in for the power steering pump today. eBay special. eBay special, baby. Like $50 for that thing. It's actually pretty good quality. Also watched you install a Cusco clutch line. Pricey, but I had to get it as well. It definitely does make a difference. It does make an... I'm not going to say a crazy difference, but it does make a noticeable difference in clutch pedal feel. Well worth it, in my opinion. You don't have to get Cusco. They have other ones out there that are a little bit cheaper. Like a stainless steel line is a stainless steel line for the most part. They should be all right. Also, almost done with my E85 FBO external wastegate via 48 WRX. Just waiting on oil pressure relocation. Oil pressure, I'm guessing oil pressure gauge, oil pressure sensor relocation. That's what I'm guessing. Yo, what up, Speedy? I just got done trying to swap my OCV on my 08 WRX. Your vids have helped me put together my build a lot. I'm glad the videos have helped, my friend. Glad the videos have helped, my dude. I refuse to get... I refuse to get a TikTok because I'm already balls deep in Instagram daily. I'm getting an F30 335i. Ooh, congrats on the F30, dude. That thing will be fun. I've been considering BMWs for a while, but they're outside of the realm of what I'm willing to spend on a car. But I mean, they're awesome. They're fun cars. And TikTok is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Secondary market is wild right now. I can get what I picked up, dude, for real. For real, it's that chip shortage. Everyone just chip shortages everywhere. Get an RX-8, go Angry Dorito. I do. If I got an RX car, I don't know. I want one. I've always wanted one. I don't know if I can afford EJs and Doritos, though. Doritos are expensive. Doritos are also expensive. Uh, what kind of knife is that? It's a custom knife that someone sent and laser engraved and everything like that. The name totally slips me right now, but it's super dope. I use this thing for everything. It's got like Flex Fuel laser engraved on it, the old first gen Smedia logo, and then it says, "Ooh!" right on the top of it. This thing's dope. I use this thing all the time. I actually accidentally cut myself with this the other day. It's pokey. It's very pokey. It's very pokey and very sharp. Went with Anki TFR for now. Wanted some Volks. Dude, I don't blame you. Volks are expensive. I was looking at Hot Boy wheels for the 17 STI because I need to give Riker his wheels back because we have his WRX wheels on the 17 STI right now, and with that car coming back up from fabrication soon, I kind of need to get some wheels for it. Regret not getting an STI. Worth... My chat just jumped. Jeez. Regret not getting an STI. Worth selling my used WRX. It depends on what you're going to be using. It depends on what you're going to be using the car for, to be honest. I don't think that one car is better than the other in different means, because the WRX and the STI, they're two totally different platforms. They're both good in their own ways. They're both bad in their own ways. But I've never heard an STI owner say, I should have got a WRX. If you are considering getting an STI, private sell your WRX, because you will probably get more. Actually, no, with the market as it is right now, you'll probably get more for your WRX if you trade it in for an STI than you would selling it. They're out there. I mean, definitely. If you want the STI, say go for it. You're going to get the better trans. You're going to get, I'm not even going to say better brakes, because the WRX can come with Brimbos now also, so it's not really a huge differentiating factor. Big thing, EJ25, 6-speed, both good. Both good. Lots of research behind the EJ. Yo, it's been a while since I joined your live. How you doing, bro? What's going on, Mickey? I'm doing good. How you doing, man? Hey, so I got a random drop of power, kind of like a misfire, but no engine codes, only a split second. Is it, Cody, is it kind of like it's breaking up, like fuel cut, ignition cut? Can you describe it a little bit more? Is it like happening at a certain RPM band? Where is this power cut or drop off happening? We need an FA build, whether it's a Forester or a WRX. I've been considering trying to get an FA, but with the car market as it is, I'm not willing to pay the prices that dealers are asking or private sellers are asking for an FA20 WRX. I'm not going to do it. If I'm spending that much money, I'm going to get something outside of the realm of Subaru. It's just, as much as I'd like to get one, I'm not willing to pay the price that people are asking for them right now. It's just not feasible. Yeah. Oh yeah, Kevin. Just subscribed. Thank you, Kevin. And we got a nice, oh yeah. Nothing good happens at 2 a.m. meetings. That's true. I don't think I've ever heard of a good 2 a.m. meeting. Yo, Tanner, looking forward to the 05 STI dyno results. Same. I just want to hear that turbo spool. That's all I want at this point. WRX is way easier to build power than the STI. But the STI will be more reliable and high power. If you're looking, so if you want to talk about power between the FA20 and the EJ, think of it this way, that the FA20 is going to be easier to get to 400 wheel horsepower, and then that's when the STI is going to be a little bit easier to go from 400 horsepower plus. People obviously make more than 400 on FAs, but once you start crossing that realm of you want more than 400 wheel horsepower, that's when you're, price-wise, that's when I'd start looking at an STI. But I would highly consider doing that, looking at how much power you want before you go out and buy the car, or if you already have one, kind of take a step back, be like, how much power do I really want out of the car? Am I going for this? Keep in mind that the FA is also going to have much, much better fuel economy than an EJ will. I think on pump gas on the 05 STI, with the way that I drive the car, my fuel economy is maybe 14 miles a gallon. On E85, it'll probably drop down to about 7 to 8 miles a gallon, just because I just drive aggressively. It's fun. I like to beat on the car all the time. Like I said, there's pros and cons to both the WRX and the STI. It just all depends on what you're going to be using the car for. Ayo, good night. Made my second stream in a row. Well, what's going on, Brandon? Meeting with a client in Singapore and some... Okay, alright, I could see that. 2 a.m. meeting. That sounds like a good 2 a.m. meeting then. I just bought an FRS and been loving it. Hey, congrats. I do miss the old BRZ at times. For those of you that have been around since we had the BRZ on the channel, we turbocharged that car and played with it. I do miss that car from time to time. Maybe at some point in the future we might get another platform like that. Actually, we will. Melanie! Do you want a BRZ? No, thank you. No, thank you? No, thank Okay, never mind. We won't get Melanie BRZ. I don't know. At some point in the future, we'll probably get something like that again. Man, YouTube is doing me dirty. I just got the notification. Eric, I'm sorry, man. It's YouTube. They're doing us dirty right now. Dirty. What am I, dude? I have a 2013 STI with 1050cc injectors, wondering about my fuel lines. Should I go with IAG fuel lines or the Cobb? No. All right, honestly, you want my opinion on this? Let me pull them. I don't even need to pull them up right now. Go with whatever one's cheaper, to be honest. Whenever it comes to fuel lines, I am going to recommend that you build your own fuel lines. I've got videos showing you how to make AN fuel line. You're going to be spending more money going with IAG or Cobb than you would be just buying some fuel line and buying some fittings. I've got plenty of links. If you are going to be making your own fuel line, I highly suggest Vibrant Line, since it is both E85 friendly and pump gas friendly. If you're going to be using pump gas only, go with the Amazon Special line. That's what I used in the 05 for months. Never had an issue with that line. It's a good line for pump gas, and it's cheap. You can get like 20 feet for like $50. You can get all of the AN fittings needed for another $60, and then there's all of your fuel line right there for $110 or so. If you do want to go with either the IAG or the Cobb, pick whatever one's cheaper. Personally, I'm not going to say go buy this company, go buy that company, because either one is just going to be, they're dropping fuel lines. The fitment on them is decent, but personally, I wouldn't suggest buying either one. I would suggest just building your own fuel lines. Cody, also appreciate the donut, man. Get them likes up. Cody's coming in here policing you guys up right now. Police, what? If you're in the stream, just hit the like button. It's like right there. It's like right there. What are you doing? What are you doing? I was close to buying a 2018 WRX, but the market is crap right now. See, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not going to go spend the money on an FA WRX with the market the way that it is right now. It's absolutely insane, and it's absolutely ridiculous. There's no way in hell that I'd do it. I need to get editing software. Eric, Adobe Premiere Pro, man. That's what I use. It's great. It's great. No East Coast in U.S. No East Coast in U. I don't. Oh, gotcha. You were responding earlier. Thanks, dude. Will do. Is it worth it when building a 14 5-speed trans for my WRX, which I'm actually aiming? So if you're going to be doing that, shooting for 400 to 450, and you want to use the 5-speed, at absolute minimum, and I cannot guarantee your transmission will last forever, is get the more blast plates. I think Kian makes some blast plates also. They help strengthen up the trans a decent amount. Oh, lost the feed. Extreme Wheeler, where'd you go? Extreme Wheeler, come back. Get some at least blast plates, either for the from Moore or Kian. If you have the money, a PPG gear set would be ideal as well. If not, hope and pray that it doesn't explode. That's the best advice I can give you on that one. Chase, that is true as well. Do you think I should buy a new 21 STI or wait for the 20? You want my honest opinion? If you want my honest opinion, I am going to say buy the 2021 STI over the 2022 STI. I would say either buy a 2021 STI or wait till the 2023 STI comes out, because the 2021 STI may... Actually, I guarantee you it's going to have issues from Subaru. It happened. I've talked about this in a lot of streams, so I'm not going to go way too deep into it. But I'm going to say either 2021 or 2023. Let Subaru work out their issues. What up, man? What up, like Jamal? I think I got that one right. What's up, dude? Master cylinder brace helps with firewall flex behind the booster. It does. If you don't have a master cylinder brace in your Subaru and you go out there and you set like your phone up and you record it, if you go in the car and you hit the brakes and you hit the clutch and whatnot, you'll see the firewall flex. Like, you'll see it flex back and forth. Those things work wonders. Yeah, I hate evening meetings too, but I mean 2 to 5 a.m. As long as you're getting paid for the meetings, by all means do it. What happened to your friend's SRT4? It's in the trash. We put it in the trash outside. I'm joking. Matt's primary focus is not the SRT4 right now. That's his car. The SRT4 has never been mine. I am not interested in working that car or taking on that project. After helping Matt work on that car 1 or 2 times, I just don't want to. That is not a fun car to work on. I don't enjoy working on the Neon. He just has other priorities that he's working on, so I don't think the Neon is a big factor for him right now. At some point, I'm sure it'll live, but right now it's just not a huge front burner thing that we're trying to get knocked out. We have E-Check in Ohio. What is E-Check? Turbo recommendations for 300 wheel horsepower EJ205. Have all other supporting mods. Get yourself like a VF43. It's a pretty good turbo. It'll get you there. It'll get you there just fine. VF39 is another good one. Finally, a new picture. Took time off this week to knock stuff out on the FRS. Now I'm sick and waiting for a pigeon test. Fox, I'm sorry to hear, my friend. Hopefully you feel better soon. My friend. I have a 2011 WRX fully rebuilt, and I am thinking about the 2022 WRX STI. What are your thoughts? All right. We're going to talk about this for the next, 3 minutes, and then we're going to move on from the 2022 WRX STI combo for the remainder of the stream, just so that way we can get through other comments and whatnot and other questions. Do I think you should buy the new STI? Not when it comes out. To be completely honest, not when it comes out. Look at Subaru's track record. Look at their history. Every time they release a new car, there's always issues within the first 6 to 8 months. The second year that it comes out, for the most part, they've fixed and corrected the majority of those issues. When it comes to product testing, Subaru and other manufacturers only can do so much product testing on a vehicle at a track, out on closed city streets or whatever, wherever they're driving these vehicles at. They're not getting long-term use out of these cars, putting 30, 40, 20, 15,000 miles on these cars in a year. And when that time comes, and when you start hitting those mileage intervals, there may be small things that come up that can either be really annoying to fix or really simple to fix. Look at the 08 to 10 WRXs. The firewall welds would crack. Do you know how much of a pain that is to fix? You got to pull so much stuff out to be able to fix that crack in the firewall. Look at the 15 WRX when it came out. Throwout bearing issues. You had pitch stop welds breaking. You had the cam carriers leaking. Give it a year if you want to buy the new STI when it comes out. Give it at minimum 1 year. Buy the 2023 or the 2022, whatever the second model year is whenever it comes out. Give Subaru a little bit of time to fix the issue when they fix it. Second, do I plan on buying the new STI? I do not. I do not plan on buying the new STI. I have no intentions of getting the new one when it comes out. After having 22 Subarus at this point, like I've said multiple times before, the next car I get is not going to be a Subaru. The 17 STI and the 05 STI are not going anywhere. There's always going to be Subarus, but the next one that I get will not be a Subaru, and it's not going to be the new STI. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's continue blazing the path here of whatever the soup is. Good soup. I'm thinking about STI swapping my Forester once I get an STI. Do it. That would be awesome. STI swapped Foresters, or XTIs as people call them, are dope. That's good soup right there. Those are good soups. Hey, just dropped in. Are you getting you get a new base tune yet? I have not. Appointment with the dyno. We have a dyno tune scheduled. I do not have the updated base map yet. I'm waiting on the last of the parts to come in, which come in tomorrow. Today I got the billet AN adapter for the power steering pump on the 05. The AN fittings needed to make the rest of the power steering system an AN system versus it being like a slip-on hose with a hose clamp. And then tomorrow the fuel pressure sensor shows up, just so that way I can get the fuel pressure sensor in, and then we can do e-tuning. I made it, yay. Jamie, what's going on? What's going on, my friend? Whenever I take the 3000 GT VR4 to e-check, what is e-check? What is e-check? I'm going to, it's going to come up somewhere over here. Someone's going to mention it. I'm going to get to it in 5 minutes. I'm going to be like, oh, that's what e-check was. I was debating starting a YouTube and start documenting my Mark IV super build. What do you think, Media? I say do it. Honestly, if you guys want to make videos, by all means do it. If you guys want to do this full time, there's a lot more work that goes into doing a lot of this if this is something that you guys want to pursue, than what you guys initially think. If you guys see it on Instagram, I'm up to 2:33 a.m. almost every night, either responding to comments, shipping out orders, editing videos, uploading videos, researching things, planning things out. I actually thought this was actually pretty cool today, because I found this old Smedia notebook that I bought when I first started doing the channel. I went through and I had just tons and tons and tons of video ideas that I never even shot half of these, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because some of these ideas I don't know what I was thinking with some of these. Actually, I shot quite a few of these ones. But honestly, if it's something that you want to do, if it's something you want to pursue, if you just want to document, by all means do it. It's going to be weird getting in front of a camera it's still weird from time to time. It's going to be weird regardless. No matter how many times you do it, you get used to it, you get a little more comfortable with it. You're going to be awkward the first couple of times. Fully understand that. Don't let that stop you from editing and uploading your video, because that's going to be good feedback for everyone else when they watch your videos. Granted, don't get discouraged if you get 5 views here, 10 views there, 15 views there. I remember when I was pumped, I would get so pumped when I got 6 views a day. I was ecstatic. I was loving it. Just don't get discouraged. Just keep at it if it's something that you're going to be doing. FD or nothing. I mean, I've always wanted an FD. FDs are expensive too. FDs are very expensive. I totally just... I forgot chat jump was a thing. I forgot it was a thing. Oh, I'm sorry if I miss anyone's comments. It, like, straight up chat jumped. Chat jumped. I should not be holding a knife straight up to my face. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, dude, I'm so lost. I'm so lost. I'm so far back. I'm so far back. If I miss your comment, I am so sorry. I'm trying to find the spot. Okay, here we go. No Insta, no TikTok. My coworkers think I'm crazy. Then again... But Doug, you got Facebook, man. That's all that matters. Referred to Blink 182 as a classic. Ooh, I mean, I guess it kind of is. What clutch do you recommend for a stage 2 build intake downpipe OEM? OEM clutch is just fine for those power intervals. Just fine for what you're doing there. Falling asleep to the dope chats. Dope chats. Dude makes it sound like he's... That's funny. Girl, dude, that username kills me every single time. If you watch M539 Restorations, he does BMW and shows cost. It's a lot on the one build, 16,000. Ooh, that is a lot. See, I just like cheap little cars. I mean, I say that, but then I take a car that cost a couple $1,000 and then I dump way more into it than it's ever worth. But you know, that's the fun of it. That's the fun of it. Should I do downpipe or flex fuel first? Downpipe. Do a downpipe. You can get an OTS tune with it. You can't get an OTS tune for flex fuel. Do the downpipe first. Go back for E85 later. Looks like an Ontario rat knife. It's a dope knife. I like this knife. Dope. I use this thing all the time. $65. WRX STI 2021 here in Brazil. Oh, 65,000. 65,000? 65,000. That's a lot. That's a lot. What are your thoughts about buying a used WRX as a first car daily driver? I say do it. I say do it. Be in the expectation that things will break. Be in the expectation that the car may have been abused before you had it, and you may need to fix things and update things. But I think it's a good opportunity. I was wondering if you guys were going to have a 3-bolt option for your rotated up pipe kit. Yes. At some point we will. Here's the thing. I have the turbo kits off the website right now. I just have them invisible so that way you guys can't see them just because there's some things going on with them. Just a couple changes. But yes, at some point 3-bolt option will be a selectable drop down. Right now the thing with 3-bolt is we don't have a 3-bolt header to be able to jig up where the placement of the flange would be, because if the flange is it's not lined up, then obviously it's not going to bolt up to your header. Same with 08 to 14. Actually, it's 08 to 2021. The up pipe is the same. The down pipe is different. So even if you got the 02 to 07 kit and you tried to make it work on your 08 plus, it wouldn't work. I mean, the up pipe would work, and the front half of the down pipe would work, but the secondary rear half of the down pipe would not work. So at some point, we just need a car to make the jig off of, and then we can build them all. I've just upgraded the mess out of my 2011 STI. Unfortunately, I have a living room full of used parts. What do you do with all these useless parts? If it's parts that I know nobody's going to buy, and I know I'm not going to use, I will throw it away. However, that has come back to bite me in the butt too many times, because half the time I'm going to be like, all right, where did I put this part? It's gone, because I either threw it away. I think I did that with the clutch fork. If you guys remember when I put the clutch in the 17 STI, couldn't find the clutch fork for that thing anywhere. I think I either stole it for the 05 STI, or I threw it away. So if it's a part you know you're not going to use, toss it. If it's a part that you think somebody will buy, post it for sale. You can make a little bit of money back. Or if it's a part that you just want to keep, find storage. Like, you guys have seen the back rack in the back of the garage. It's full of parts, like full of parts. Yo, it's been, oh yeah, Mickey, what's going on, man? WRX is way easier to build power. We talked about that one. Look for the Series White STI. People are selling theirs lately. They're starting to pop up all over. The Series White, those things are like white. Like white. If you've never seen one in person and you put it next to like a CWP one, they are white. Like super white. Tanner, how's it going, man? Finally got another live stream. What's going on, Jesus? How you doing, man? How you doing? Sup, Tanner, congrats on Karma running. Thank you, sounds sweet. Just got my new wheels, tires, and hood scoop thingy. Remove the grill like you have on Karma. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, we need to get that car out on the road. We need to get it out on the road. Damn, Dario, what's your question again? I don't even see where. Damn, Dario, where'd you go? Oh, I think it was spamming. I remember seeing it. It was something about a downpipe, and I just now got to it. My car has been losing all power and resetting the ECU on its own lately. Have you heard of a cause for this? Check your battery terminals. Check your battery terminals. If your positive or negative terminal are loose, it's going to move around, and if it like loses contact of power, the ECU is going to do an ECU reset. It's the same thing as if you disconnected your battery for 10-15 minutes and then you put it back on, or you disconnect your battery and you put it back on. It resets all of your radio stations and everything like that. Check your battery connectors. That would be the first thing that I suggest you doing. If not, it sounds like you might have more of an internal issue. That is not going to be a fun one to have to track down, unfortunately. It is a lower RPM, roughly 2 to 3K, and it feels like my old truck misfire. So spark, but I only got 36K miles on the 18WX. Check your spark plugs. One of your spark plugs just might be old and it might be fouled out. Typically, I tend to swap out my plugs around 25 to 30,000 miles. A lot of people say, oh, that's way too early. Oh, you're going to damage the heads. No, you're only going to damage your heads or the threads where the spark plugs thread into the head if you completely cross-thread it. If you are if you're a normal person, you go in there, you pull them out, you put them back in, you're not going to damage the heads or anything like that. I have found that with Subaru spark plugs, especially when you drive them a little bit harder, spark plugs tend to foul out a little bit quicker than you'd expect. Subaru recommends that you do spark plugs at 60,000 miles. I found that around half that, 30,000 miles, is really ideal for how I drive. It's going to be different for everyone and how you drive, what your tune is, how aggressive your maps are. But I tend to find that 25 to 30,000 is a little bit better. I know that it kind of sucks to do spark plugs, but it's really not that bad. But that would be the first thing I check. Check spark plugs. Double check your gaps if your spark plugs are already replaced. Just make sure the gap in them is all right. All right, guys. 18 likes and 60 plus viewers. Jamie coming in here policing people up. Police them up. Hey, Tanner, do you think it's wise to buy a stock 04 STI but the interior needs work? Yeah, I mean, why would that not be a good idea? Why would that not be a good idea? That sounds like a great idea. Sounds like a beautiful idea. Beautiful idea. Do it. I mean, interior work is easy. Slap that like, y'all. Doug coming in here policing people up. Slap it. Slap it. Slap it to base. Yeah, Wint WRX because I want about 400 wheel horsepower. It's a good choice then. And better economy. See, that's what I'm saying. The WRX and the SI, both very good for two very different reasons. Both great cars. Both great cars. I'm getting 250 kilometers per full tank and running a 2010 GR STI with Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad, Tim. It's a good setup, Tim. That's good soup. That's good soup. Don't get another BRZ. Get a Miata. I would love a Miata, but if we got a Miata, it would have to have pop-up headlights. I need pop-up headlights back in my life. I miss pop-up headlights. My old Subaru had pop-up headlights. That's good soup, too. S2000. There's an S2000 that's parked for sale on the side of the street down there, and I literally never see this car move. I've been so tempted so many times to go over there and put like a note on his car that says, hey, if you want to sell your S2000, let me know. It's got like NTO3s on it. It's gray and it sits. It just sits. And I want it. Also, Cody, appreciate the dono, man. Thanks, man. Hey, anytime, dude. Anytime. S2000. I'm all about I would totally love an S2000 if I ever got one. I thought about getting a BRZ and building that instead of an STI, but I've dreamed of getting an STI since I saw the one in 09. I totally don't blame you. When I sold the BRZ for the STI, I'm going to be honest, I like the 05 STI a lot more. I like it a lot more. Radium for the win. For the win. I like Radium. Radium's good. Radium is good soup. Radium is good soup. I have an 05 OBXT5 manual transmission, did compression and leak down test. Both were good, but still have anywhere from -2 to -12 knock during first, third gear. So if you're getting knock like that, there's a couple things that I would look at before. So whenever you're seeing excessive knock and you're not seeing dam drop, these are what I tend to look for first before assuming that there's something wrong with the engine. Look on the top of the engine around the knock sensor. The knock sensor looks for a specific frequency and a specific hertz of sound, and that's kind of what registers the knock values, especially if you're seeing like excessive knock but no dam drop. Look around the top of the engine, see if anything might have fallen around the knock sensor, see if there's anything like around there that might be moving around. Bolt it down, tighten anything up if it is. If there's something like loose laying around on the top of the engine, pull it off. Also look around the engine bay. When I was out in the garage yesterday, I was doing something with the 05 SEI. I had it started, and I didn't have an actual coolant catch can in the car, or a coolant overflow. I just had a rain can. Like, I had literally one of these cans with a coolant tube going in there, and it was just dangling. This was setting off my knock sensor because it was rubbing against the frame of the car, and it was like ding, 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 making this like stupid noise. And that was causing my knock sensor to go off also. So if you're seeing excessive knock, before you just jump to the assumption that your motor's screwed or anything like that, look around, see if there's anything that might be causing it. It's not always a detrimental thing. Just keep that in mind. Also, Cody, appreciate the other dono, man. Pop up and down headlights. I'm sorry I had to do it. Don't be sorry, man. Let it out. That's good soup right there. That is good soup. Good soup. Good soup. Have you seen Devin's girlfriend's STI? What, Bobby? Bader Tuna, I think it's making 550 on a damn stock. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've seen the videos. I haven't seen it in person, obviously. But yeah, RA, I've been, like, everyone's been saying it. RA blocks, they hold power. They hold power. They hold power. There's plenty of people who are making over 600 on stock RA blocks. Like, they're doing pretty good. I used Amazon Special for my Honda, and it was okay too, but be careful of fittings. Yes, that is also true. Some decent Amazon Special fittings that I've used in the past are Evil Energy. I mean, they're fittings that are made in China and resold on Amazon, but that's what all the fittings that we have on the 05 STI are right now, and the 17 STI. They're all Evil Energy. They're cheap, they're good, they're E85 friendly, they're pump gas friendly. The only thing that I would actually buy quality is the fuel line at this point, which would be the Vibrant stuff. If you're only going to be running pump gas, Amazon Special line works pretty well too. What are your thoughts about buying a used WRX as a first? We talked about that one. Hey, I got my motor ripped apart right now. Do you think it would be worth getting an IAG stage block versus... I made a video. That's the video I made today. I would go watch that video. Go watch that video I uploaded today. That should help. But if you want my like quick and dirty opinion, I'd say build your own. Just build one. It's gonna save you money. Just build it. Build your own. You'll save like a couple $1,000s doing it yourself. If you're up for the challenge, just to say, go check out the video. If you got any questions after that, we'll talk about it in the comments of that video. If your channel has given me much needed inspiration as far as what to do with my car, thank you very much. Anytime. I'm here for you guys. Well, I try to be here for you guys as much as I can. I'm here. It came back. I'm glad. I am glad. How does Matt like his level 10? Honest opinion, I've heard Matt complain about that level transmission, or that level 10 transmission quite a few times, but it's not level 10's fault. Part of it has to do with the fact that they reused his valve body, because I think Matt told them to reuse his valve body. And in driving the car, I've noticed multiple times, and he's like pointed this out, that I want to say it's second to third shifts are the hardest shifts that we have ever felt. Like, it's like... brrrr, and then it'll hold it like right there. It'll be like brrrr, and then it'll be like blum, blum, and then it'll shift. It's great transmission, very strong, very responsive. But that second to third shift is kind of poopy. But that might be a valve body thing. But he likes it. Although he's been talking about swapping over to a 6-speed and getting rid of that 5 EAT. But it's not a bad transmission. I never buy the first design of a new gen. 100%. I have those blast plates on my other car that I want to sell. Look at that. If anyone needs blast plates, PW 1985 has this stuff for sale. Get an Evo. I was looking at Evos on Facebook Marketplace also. Way out of budget for what people want for Evos, unless somebody was selling like a beat one for like 15K or less, and then I'd have to like fix it and rebuild it, which I'm all about doing. I'd totally be down for that. I was looking online yesterday. The average price for Evo 8s and 9s, because that's what I would consider getting, was like $30,000 to $40,000. And I'm sorry, I do not think that a 2003 Evo 8 with 180,000 miles on it is worth $30,000. I'm not paying that. That's just not going to happen. I can promise you that much. Running a Grimspeed Master cylinder brace and Circuit Motorsports clutch line brace helps a lot. See, it does help a lot. I'm all about it. Those are good mods. Those are good cheap mods too. Straight cut gears, 5-speed or 6-speed. What are you doing with the car? Because gear ratios and what diff are you running? There's a lot of variables that go into that. And what's your budget? What's your budget too? Going to a dealer tomorrow to hopefully buy a 2021 STI and have never owned a manual. Nice. It'll be fun. Learning to drive a manual on that one if you've never owned one. If you know how to drive a manual, obviously it's not bad, but it'll be fun regardless. Congrats on the car, dude. E-check is smog. Oh, Oh, you see, that shows how much I know about emissions. Like, we used to have emissions up here, and you would just drive into the little booth things. They'd put, like, some weird thing. They'd plug in their computer into your OBD2. If you had one, they'd be like, well, yep, you either pass or fail. When I lived in Louisiana, it was a little bit different. I'm not saying that you can buy off the emissions people, but you can definitely buy off the emissions people. You can definitely do it. Evil energy fittings can leak. Been there, done that. Good to know. Luckily, I haven't had any of my evil energy fittings leak yet. I'd like to try to keep it that way. Most of the ones that I have are all evil energy with the exception of a couple of them. But for the most part, I've never had any issues with evil energy. Just wanted to say thank you for what you do. You, along with a few others, have been awesome with the info and been an inspiration for my 2021 STI. I picked up this past June. One question, though. Mike, where's the rest of your question? Okay, it's right there. Cobb or R400 catback? I don't want anything super loud. I just want to get some of the Subi sound. Cobb. I'm going to say Cobb over the R400. The R400 is good. They're around the same price tag also. So if you're looking at something around the same price tag, I personally would snag Cobb over the R400. It gives a good, nice, deep rumble. It sounds good. I'm all about it. All about it. Had the opportunity last year. Oh, okay. CD5, I don't know why. Oh, I do know why I blocked your comment, but fix that. Good evening, Tanner. Good evening, my friend. I had a quick question. I currently have a catless downpipe and want to run an intake on a 21 STI. Is it possible with ProTune? Yes, it is possible with a ProTune. Is it worth it? No, it's not. The amount of money you're going to spend on a ProTune is what you could spend on a set of injectors to properly do it. The issue, if you want to run an intake and a downpipe on the newer gen STIs, 15 plus, buy the fuel pump, buy a set of ID 1050s, and just get an E-tune or go get ProTuned at that. You can definitely get ProTuned with a downpipe and an intake on your 15 plus STIs, but you're not going to be taking full advantage of the modifications. And what's the point of going to go get a ProTune if you're not going to be taking full advantage of the parts that you're putting on there? Either save up the extra money, get some injectors, get a fuel pump, get your downpipe, get your intake, go get tuned that way, or just pick one or the other for the time being. Like, I'm not going to advise anybody go get a ProTune with an intake and a downpipe. You're not fully going to utilize them, and you're going to waste money on the ProTune. It's just not worth it. Video's delayed over your audio. I know. It's the bit rate. I've been trying to mess with the bit rate a little bit to try to fix it. I'm sorry. Every time we stream, I keep messing with the bit rate a little bit to see if it changes. It's hit or miss with some of it. State of Ohio began a new vehicle emissions testing program, E-Check, designed to identify motor vehicles that emit excessive levels of pollutants into the air. I'm going to be honest, I probably emit excessive pollutants into the air more than a car does. Well, with the amount of Taco Bell I eat. I probably shouldn't have said that, but whatever. Whatevs! Rolling with it. Why do these engines run their oil life quicker? 3K oil changes. Subarus get hot. They get hot. And when they get hot, the oil breaks down quicker. And when it breaks down quicker, it loses lubrication and properties that the oil needs to help keep the engine alive. So typically, I always suggest 3K oil change intervals. Subaru suggests 5K, I believe, 5 or 6K. I wouldn't do that. If you really want to test the oil you're using, take oil analysis testings at different intervals. Send that out to like Blackstone Labs. They'll give you a great analysis on what's going on with your engine. If they suggest pushing your oil changes out a little bit more, which they have for me in the past, that's totally up to you, but it's also going to be heavily dependent on what fuel you're using, how your driving style is, where you live, what modifications are done to the vehicle. There's a lot of factors that are going to go into it, but for the most part, 3K oil change is going to be a safe spot. Also, that kid, appreciate the dono, man. Damn, go 0.75 on highway or in boost back to 1. I mean, it's pretty typical. Whenever you go, I've seen that as well. When your dam drops and you go to put load back in the car, sometimes your dam will go back up to 1, sometimes it will drop back down. Best advice, drive the car around a little bit, let the ECU relearn. It'll eventually go back up to 1, or you can try to force reset it with an ECU reset, or you could try to force reset it by getting it a boost and trying to push it up a little bit more. When your dam goes down, what's happening is it's a multiplier for your ignition tables. So after going through like Cobb's learning course, I learned a little bit of this stuff. It's a multiplier for your ignition tables. So when the dam drops, your ignition tables get smaller, so it makes it a little bit safer to try to keep the car from killing itself. From my understanding, that's a little bit more in-depth on the dam side of things. I'm doing some more classes on the tuning side of things, so that way I can learn a little bit more. But from my understanding, try to stay out of like completely beating on the car if your dam is dropping. Try to see why it's dropping if you can. I got a video on that one also. I have a 16 STI. When I steer left, there is a whine, and the power steering is fine. Any idea, or is it? It's only when you turn left. If you're turning left and it's whining, that makes me think power steering, because you're moving fluid through the power steering rack. Nothing else should really be whining. Not gonna be a sway bar. If it was like a clunking noise, I'd say like sway bar or something along those lines. Power steering is the only thing I could think it would be. Dam only learns in specific RPMs, and load is Y. See, there we go. See, there we go. I've signed up for some classes. I signed up for some classes to be able to learn more, you guys. So that way I can help expand my knowledge to better answer some of these questions. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to do the learns. To fit my WRX throwout bearing chirp. To fit. Oh, I put a sleeve kit in there with 55,000 kilometers. We'll see. I've seen quite a few people actually use those sleeve kits. They seem to have some pretty good results for the most part. Speedy, are you going to release a GR rotated kit? I talked about that earlier, but yes, we will. Like I said, we just need a car to be able to mock everything up on. The up pipe is the exact same. The front half of the down pipe is the exact same, but the rear half of the down pipe is different. I have an STI Forester 6-speed swap in my Fozzie. Ooh, yes. Yes. See, that sounds fun. That sounds like a fun one right there. I like Fozzies. I love me some Foresters. Chat just jumped again. Why you gotta do this, chat? That's not good soup. Good soup. Tanner, I want a Subaru, but I hate the Boxer engine now. Oh. Our LS swapped STI is an expensive thing to do. Honestly, any custom... What's going on? Good soup. Good soup, Pete. Good soup. Good soup. Dude, it's going to be stuck in my head so long. LS swapping a Subaru. It's possible. I've seen numerous people do it. Why do you hate the Boxer engines? They're not that bad. They're a little bit annoying if you're brand new to them, but after you start playing with them a little bit, they get better. Are you doing the HP Academy thing? Will you do? Yes, I will, Doug. Yeah, I will. I have actually. It won't let me jump into any of the courses right now, but yeah, I'm logged into my HP Academy thing, so that way I can start learning and taking more courses and gaining more knowledge. What is that old like YouTube ad commercial? As much as I love driving my Lamborghini, you know what I love more? Knowledge. That dude, I think now that's gonna be stuck in my head. But is it LS swapping a Subaru? Is it expensive? I mean, you're gonna have to custom fab stuff. It's gonna be expensive. Everything's expensive. Nothing is cheap nowadays. Your channel rocks, dude. Hey, thanks, John. Your girlfriend's boy. Every time I see that screen name, dude, kills me. New STI owner, blah blah. Hey, congrats on the blah blah, John. You made a good choice. That's good soup. My 05 STI stock motor has 230,000 miles. Will it make it to 300K? I need prayers. That totally depends on how you take care of it, Jay, and the overall health of the engine, but I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. I think the highest stock engine STI mileage-wise I've seen was like 530,000 miles, and it was still going strong. Just bought a used 2019 STI. Only mods it seems to have is an exhaust. Today it would hit peak boost of around 14.5 psi, but after a shift it only went to 10 psi. Used your video to look for what it might be. Well, hopefully you find what it might be. Does it have an access port? If it only has an exhaust, I mean, it's very limited on the things that it could be. Dope new build, bro. Dope new build, you disman. Hey, appreciate it, Josh. I think that's a good thing. Does she got the soup? Melanie, you got the soup? Is that good soup? Good soup. What do you mean? I just mean good soup. Is it good soup? I think it's good. All right, Melanie says it's good soup. Good soup. Best clutch for 450 wheel horsepower STI build. Probably the ACT HDSS. It's a pretty solid setup right there. Pretty solid. Where did I just go? What's the end goal with the taxi? Power-wise or just like in general? Power-wise, I'm shooting for at minimum 650 horsepower on E85. That car does not make 650 horsepower. I'm gonna stab it with this knife, and I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end the taxi right there if it doesn't do it, and then I'm just gonna push it off a cliff and light it on fire, and that'll be the end of it. Realistically, I'm still going to daily drive the car. My power goal for it, 650 on E85. On pump gas, 550. I don't need a ton on pump gas. I'll probably run 2 or 3 tanks at E85 per 1 tank of pump gas. And that'll probably be about as far as... Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not, because here's the thing. With the 05 STI, it'll make the 650 with the 6062, but here's the thing. There's a Precision 6870 in the other car that's going to end up going on the 05. And then we could push it even farther. Oh my god, we could push it farther! We could make more power! Then I got to build another engine, but we could do it. Nah, we'll leave it with the 6062 for a little while. End goal? I don't know. I mean, we could push that STI up to like 900 if we wanted to with that other turbo. We just got to rebuild another short block, which is fun. I don't mind doing that, so we actually might do that. I got my WRX for 3K, and I love it. Love it. Good. That's actually deals right there. Kyle, do NA Subaru throw out bearing forks brake like the WRX 5-speed ones? Do a clutch on an 05 RS? Wondering if I should do... I mean, it can break, depending on how hard you are. I mean, if you're hard enough on anything, it's going to break. But for the most part, if it's an NA car, I don't presume you're driving it that hard. So I wouldn't foresee it breaking. Wouldn't foresee it. I keep the parts if it becomes a problem. That's also true. If you want to keep the parts, keep the parts. Yo, I followed your FB Blue setup minus the turbo on my 2013 WRX hatch, and I made 341 wheel horsepower, 371 wheel torque on ethanol at 21.5 psi. Just wanted to say thank you for giving me the confidence on all of the installs. Hey, good to hear. Good power right there, too. Especially for stock turbo, it's good power right there. Let me pick your brain, though. I think I already have the answer. Driver window stopped working. No signs of mechanical problems previously. Swapped 3 replacement switches. No change, regulator, or etc. short. So if you've already swapped, check the fuse. Weirdly enough, check the fuse. Subaru fuses are really weird in the way that they work from what I've seen. I've seen fuses that shouldn't control something. Like in the 17 STI when I went through rewild that car. Rusty, didn't you do this, Rusty? This thing's dope. Rusty, you did this one, right? This thing, I use this thing all the time. Subaru fuses are dumb. In the 17 STI, nothing would work until it was like some dumb fuse. I'd have to go back and watch the video, but it was a fuse that had absolutely no relation to anything else. And after I put that fuse in, it completed the circuit and made everything work. If you've already swapped the regulator, you've already swapped everything mechanical at that point, and the switch, I would start by checking continuity in the wiring going to the window switch and going from there. It sounds like you either have a short somewhere, maybe you have a blown fuse somewhere. Wiring and electrical stuff, it's not fun. Trial and error, that's all I can say. A lot of trial and error. Yeah, I made the mistake of throwing away my ATI oil pan when I swapped to Killer Bee. Didn't know the WRX guys wanted them. ATI makes oil pan? I didn't know ATI made oil pans. I know they make dampers. Oh, STI oil pan. Yeah, a lot of people want STI oil pans. Yeah, he was spamming. Sup, bro? What up, Mirrobot? Your videos solved a lot of my problems and made me learn a lot. Thanks a bunch, man. Hey, anytime, avocado. I like avocados. Avocados are good. Just put on the Cobb intake. I smile every time I hear the pshh. That's a good sound. That's a good sound right there. That's such an exciting thing. That's one thing that I miss. Like, the amount of car things that I'm able to do now, I take for granted the little stuff, and I wish that I still enjoyed it like I used to. Like, when you first put an intake on your car and you just hear the pshh noise. Like, I miss it. I miss it so much. Those are, like, enjoy them. Enjoy the little moments while you still have them before you go, like, completely down the rabbit hole. What time did you start this lovely stream? 6:36? 6:36, I think, to be exact. To be exact on that one. I should say that every other window, the door locks, and mirrors all work. I'm guessing fuse or continuity. Somewhere in that wiring might be broken. That's what I would kind of start with. Oh my god, I want a Cobb intake for the psh noise. Do it! Get the Cobb intake. It's good intake. Don't get the red line. The red line's a waste of money, in my opinion. Just get the standard one. Standard. Any recommendation for speakers? My 2019 STI. Honestly, I really like the Harman Kardon speakers. A lot of people hate on the Harman Kardon speakers. I like them. I love them. We have them in the 05, or we have them in the 17 STI. We have them in the 17 Impreza, and we have them in the Crosstrack. Melanie, do you like your Harman Kardon speakers in your car? Yeah, they're good. They're good speakers. Good speaker. That's good soup. That's good soup right there. Aside from that, though, I'm not an audio dude, so I don't know much about audio stuff aside from that. Damn on my 05 STI has dropped to 0 twice after running her hard, but goes back up after like a half hour. I need to look more into that because I've only heard of these events happening. I've never seen dam drop to 0 on any of my cars before. So I'd have to look more into that one. That's something that's a little bit out there for my knowledge. I already answered that. The EG was never in the 05. The EG33 is in the 17 STIs. That's the one down at Fabrication, which I texted Kyle earlier. I don't know where I put my phone. Kyle, did you text me back? Not yet, he hasn't. We should be doing an EG33 video this week, though. Bad gas leaning out. That is possibilities for a lot of problems. Bro, I just got a 66 Mustang. That sounds fun. My mom has cancer, and she gave it to me bittersweet. Rebuild it, get it back on the road, take care of it, make that thing last forever, dude. I'm sorry to hear about your mom, man. I know the struggles. I know the feels, trust me. I know the feels. Kino for my package, yeah. So if you, actually, I will touch on that. If you guys placed an order for the mint or the pink hoodies, I placed the order for all of them last night, and I shut off ordering for all of the mint ones and all of the pink ones, so I should have those in about a week, and then all of those orders are going to be going out to you guys. So if you guys placed an order, you guys may be getting split shipments on some things. If it was here in stock, it's getting shipped out immediately. If it's got a hoodie included to it, then the hoodie's going to be, once the hoodie comes in, then everything's going to get sent out all at once. So I've got a lovely stack of folders here with everything organized, so that way as everything comes in for the hoodies, I can get everything sent out to you guys. So those will be going out here shortly. Alpine, see, there we go. Audio stuff, like I said, I don't know audio stuff all that well. 2 GRE swapped my early 90s MR2. MR2 seem to be good platforms that people go for. GC8, WRX sputtering and boost cut. What do you reckon? Sputtering and boost cut. Right off the top of my head, I think it's a fueling problem if it's boost cutting. Or tuning, if it's a safeguard put in the tune. A little more information would be needed, though, for me to actually like help diagnose that. Like at what RPM, what is it getting up to a specific PSI, and then cutting. Like what information is it doing? Sean, hey Dad, we back. Hey Sean, how's it doing, dude? Have you seen? Oh, we talked about that one. Would you get a 2022 GR for its engine? No, I still think that it's a missed opportunity for both Toyota and Subaru using the FA24 naturally aspirated in the BRZ and the GT86 or the GR86, whatever they're calling it. Would I get one? I'd actually consider getting a GR86 over the BRZ. I like the front end on those ones a little bit more, but I specifically would not get one for the engine. I don't think it is the best choice they could have made. I think if they wanted to stay naturally aspirated, they should have thrown a 6-cylinder in there. Maybe an updated EZ30 or updated EZ36 would have been great for that car. But no, I mean, I don't have any intentions on getting one. My EJ25 blew up, and I'm replacing it with a JDM EJ20X. How will it perform low end and high end? Well, are you doing any mods to it, or are you leaving it stock? What heads are you using? More info, Cameron? More info! Are OTS maps as bad as they say? No, they're not as bad as they say they are. Keep in mind, OTS maps are designed for the parts in the map notes, i.e. if you are using a Cobb off-the-shelf map, you need to be using the Cobb parts specified in the map notes. If you're using an MA Performance OTS tune, you need to be using the MA Performance parts. You cannot mix and match parts with OTS tunes. They're not designed to work that way. Say you're using a Cobb OTS Stage 2 map, okay, and you're running a Grimspeed intake with it and NVIDIA Catalyst downpipe with it. The MAF scaling on that intake is going to be wrong, and that's going to throw off AFRs. It is also going to be thrown off by the Catalyst downpipe because there are differences between the downpipes and the intake, so that tune is not going to be specified for those parts for that car, which is one of the contributing factors as to why Subarus blow up. You need 100% need to be using the correct parts with these OTS tunes. If not, don't be surprised if your engine blows up. It happens, and it's sad to see it happen, but it happens. You go into Surge Line for tuning. I am working with Chris again because Chris is the OG. Chris is tuned, I don't know, how many? 07 STI, 15 STI, or no, 07 STI, 17 STI, 17 STI, 05 STI. I think he's done 4 or 5 tunes for me now. Chris is awesome. Just got my last tune revision map for my turbo back exhaust. Car is pumping. Pump it, Damo. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. That's good soup. It's good soup. Depends on the car. They all react differently. That's true. The cars will react differently. RA blocks. I'll have to look into that on my 5th block. How are you on your 5th block? What are you doing over there? How's the flock holding up? The flock in the 05 STI is holding up great. It's a lot more durable than people think it is. I've cleaned it multiple times at this point. If you're going to be cleaning flock on your car, I highly suggest the Alcantara Sonax cleaner stuff. Spray it on a rag, clean the dash, blow it off with some compressed air, or use a vacuum. You can easily just vacuum up over it also. Been holding up great. Holding up great. If you're not running those parts, you need a custom tune. Look at that. Damo's on there. Evil Energy AN lines plus fittings or Vibrant. If you have the money, I'm going to say Vibrant. If you're balling on a budget or you don't want to pay for Vibrant prices, Evil Energy, I've used all of my AN fittings or Evil Energy. I've used Evil Energy line, no problem also. Never had an issue with it. Vibrant's just like a step above. Like it's Vibrant. You expect good quality from Vibrant. Also, make sure parts are from the same company as the tune. 100% yes. 100% yes on that one. 100%. All right, lightning round before I jump off. I'm just going to randomly be going through comments now. Randomly. What do we got? PW 1985. Honest opinion, get the older 2.5i manifold and modify it, or just get the AMS and be done with it. If you can find a good condition 2.5i manifold long runner, by all means get one. However, I don't know what testing has been done on the 2.5i manifolds. I know that I'm sure you'll probably be able to find some sort of write-up in Naziok on the 2.5i manifold versus an AMS versus a Process West. If you can get one, I'd say get one. Any tips for starting a channel? I've started little thingy. Like I said earlier, just keep at it. Don't get discouraged. You have to enjoy the process of making the video, shooting the video, editing the video, uploading the video, talking to everyone too. Like one of my favorite parts about uploading videos is being able to talk to you guys, doing the live streams, being able to kick it, hang out. It's like you got to enjoy the process. You got to be willing to put in the time for it also. But it's definitely enjoyable. Karma shirts. Some of the Karma shirts have been shipped out already. Some of them are in process of shipping. Stickers, I think all sticker orders have shipped out. If your order included a sticker and it didn't include a hoodie, a lot of things have shipped out. I think my shipped out folder is pretty decent at this point. Karma lock screens can make that happen. I can make that happen. I'll have to figure out the sizing for lock screens, and I can post them up in the Discord for any of you guys that want them. Which I'm sorry, I have not been active on I've been so stretched thin lately with time that I don't have time to do a lot of stuff right now. So I'm sorry that I haven't been as active on the Discord. I pop in there every now and then just to creep and see what's going on. I'll try to get a little bit better about that also. Honest opinion, that was what I did. Sounds like I should start pulling some fuses next weekend at the junkyard. A $2 entry fee is better than paying for a pack. Facts. If you go to the junkyard, start pulling fuses, especially 15s. 15s are probably one of the most used fuses that I go through. 2011 WRX, what all mods should you have to do to make 350 to 400 horsepower? Turbo injectors, turbo back, exhaust manifold up pipe, intercooler if you can swing it. If not, at least get like an STI. So actually it's a 2011. So intercooler because you can't just plug and play an STI one. Fuel pump, fuel rails, fuel pressure regulator, overbuild it. So that way it's easier. But you're definitely going to need turbo to be able to hit those numbers. Cobb 20G FP Blue is probably going to be your best go-to. Or a Dom 1.5 XTR is another good turbo option. Also, Lamb, what up, dude? I'm about to see you soon, dude. About to see you soon. Also, appreciate the dono, man. Any tips for... We did that one. Best place to get OEM clutch kit. Flat iron tuning... I don't know what Rally Sport sells them for, but I'm sure they got some decent ones on there also. Amazon, surprisingly enough, has some pretty cheap ones on there. 100% on the Amazon ones. Are you going to branch out to other platforms? Yes! Next car that we get will either be Nissan, Datsun, Mazda, or Toyota. It'll be one of those. 100%. I've been looking at... That's why I've been looking at Facebook Marketplace the past couple nights. I'm trying to find one. trying to find. Well, I'm looking for specific cars. We'll find one. It takes some time. I'm not in a huge rush for it. We still have to finish the 05, get going on the 17. We got a lot. There's a lot going on. Sean, should I send it? Dude, that was a tongue twister. But as Doug said, whatever it is, yes. Send it, because that's good soup. That's good soup. That is good soup right there. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me, but why not royal purple? Why? Why do you guys like royal purple oil so much? I will never understand it. I personally will never use royal purple. I know Matt won't use royal purple because weirdly enough, Matt had the exact same issue with royal purple as I had before we even knew each other. I ran royal purple 530 in a couple of my cars, and every single time I had this weird issue where the oil would coagulate. If you don't know, it gets like, it's like chunky, like gelatiny pieces of oil that would come out, and it was only royal purple that it would do it with. I do not advise, and I will never recommend royal purple to anyone. If you're using royal purple, I would highly suggest getting off of royal purple and swapping over to literally anything else. Literally anything else. I put it in my car for the first time, and now I'm scared. LOL. Just keep an eye on it. If you see it start to coagulate when it comes out, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Royal purple is more than oil. Royal purple is more dye than it is oil. Tanner, your channel is one of the best, hands down. I appreciate it, dude. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. See, that's better than royal purple. There's a lot of stuff better than royal purple. Just don't. All right. I didn't even know HKS made oil. I didn't even know that was a thing. But I gotta hop off, you guys. We got some errands that we gotta run tonight, so I appreciate everyone swinging through the stream. Streams are back Tuesdays and Fridays if you are looking to kick it and hang out. But I appreciate all the donuts tonight, you guys. I appreciate everyone swinging through, kicking it, taking some fun time out of their day to come hang out and whatnot. So, with that, we got to go run to Home Depot, Lowe's, and a couple other places. But with that, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your night. Hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week. I will catch you guys in Friday's stream. If I did not get to your question tonight, I do apologize. Bring it to Fridays. The earlier you get in, the easier it is for me to get to them. But with that, Secret is out, Tanner is getting an Evo. We talked about that like 20 minutes ago. That's way out of my budget. But anyways, with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies. Woo!